Hey guys, I'm sorry for the bags underneath my eyes. I've been prescribed Wellbut Wellbutrin, uh, bupropion, and I've been having more problems than any other medications that I've taken combined. The first problem I'll notice is the loss of hearing and the ringing in my ears. And the second one would be the fact that there's no sleep in me. I cannot sleep anymore. It's extremely hard to sleep now. And I've been a pretty good sleeper. But my whole life I've been able to sleep whenever I want to, and now it's gotten to a point where I have these nightmares, these extremely vivid, scary nightmares. And it happened last night. I was woken up by this nightmare. And then it happened again last night. So I woke up twice from the same nightmare that occurred two times. Now, one of my other symptoms, I don't really know if this would affect it, but I've had my lungs collapse on me, and one of my lungs, not both. The lung collapse was on this side. You can see where they put the tubing, it was right there. So, when I took this medication, I was very angry. And it caused anger to the point where I think because of the stress and anger, my lung had collapsed again. But I have to go see a doctor for that. So, the fourth or fifth problem is that now my girlfriend has ringing in her ears, and she doesn't even take the medication. So what's that supposed to tell me and 1,000 other people who take it? How far does this have to go until we we stand up to these corporations that are basically killing us on purpose? Or and even these psychologists. I had taken Adderall as a kid. I was diagnosed ADHD, and I was talking to my psychologist. She said she would give me Wellbutrin, and she was not going to give me Adderall because I feel like I have a heart problem when really I'm not too sure if it was, but I've had heart problems that have arisen from my collapsed lung before, where the heart just is so rapidly beating because the lungs are trying to, and the heart's trying to pump air, and it can't because the lung is collapsed. Sorry if I'm not talking well. I can't seem to sleep at night, and this has affected my thinking to where I'm now nervous, a nervous wreck. I I don't know what to do about this. I constantly hear ringing all the time. I mean, I hear it now, and it's ridiculous. I ask for Adderall, and I can't sleep. I have had never had a problem with Adderall, and she said, and the weird thing is that this medication can cause heart failure, Wellbutrin. So why was it given to me? if I'm not given Adderall, but I was given because of a heart problem, but given Wellbutrin because and it also causes heart failure. If I can be realistic about the situation, I called a doctor and I have an appointment for Wednesday. The morning I took the medication, the next day I've experienced severe symptoms, and these symptoms were basically so severe that Baltimore Washington Medical Center is the place I called, and I started complaining of how bad this was for me. And I think it was so severe that they offered me a spot to come in and be seen by a doctor that day. Now, I told them I can't do it because I have no ride, and I'm not going to be able to do it because I have a schedule I have to go by, and um, I just couldn't. Oof, even my body's in so much severe pain. It's like I've had chest pain, um, pain right here, um, back pain, pain on this side of the back, and even the top back of my spine, it hurts. This is, I don't know what to say about it. And that's probably because it's mentally killing me. I mean, look at my eyes. Do I look like I'm happy? Do I look like I was given the medication I was supposed to be given? I still, and right now, I have a ringing problem. I'm gonna have to live with this ringing problem for good. Even, and what's weird about it is the most pain I feel is a sharp pain right in my chest, right here. And the sharp pain is causing me, it's sharp pain that feels tight. And ever since I took the medication, I can't breathe normal again. And waking up in the middle of the night, if I do get to sleep, usually it's not much because, I mean, it's the medication is just hurting me. And I'm pretty sure the medication is so strong, the fumes from it affected my woman as soon as she got home and walked right through the door in our room, and she had ringing in her ears. What does that tell you? Does that tell you this is a good medication that people should be taking? I mean, if you think this is something people should take, then you're mistaken. And you need to go fix yourself. And maybe you should suffer what I'm suffering, or multiple other people have suffered through the lawsuit that has happened to the manufacturers or corporate company of Wellbutrin. I mean, I was so close to healing. My lungs were so close to being fine. And now all of a sudden, I can't breathe again. I'm shortness of breath. I have stomach pain. I have pain all over my body. And it feels like my brain is on fire. I just don't know what to do about this. I thank you guys for this, and my opinion of this is please, please, for the love of yourself and your family, do not take this medication because it's it's dangerous and it's pretty deadly. In the long run, it kills you. I've had a problem with this medication, and I don't want anybody to come into my comment section with negative thoughts because you've had a good experience from it. I did not. And your thoughts and opinions are okay to post, except for the negative ones. Everything is up for debate, but the medication is not good for people. I still have the ringing in my ears, and I am nowhere near the medication. Now, one thing to note is, and even the pharmacist at CVS thought this was strange, Adderall causes heart problems. Bupropion causes heart problems, leading to heart failure. If I say I have a heart problem, why would you give this to me and not the Adderall? Another thing is, I said that I have a problem with walking. I seem to be stumbling sometimes now, and I've noticed if you stop taking the medication, you will have problems walking and running. So I'm gonna have worsening symptoms of walking. Will this make me not ever be able to walk again and paralyze me? If a medication causes problems with a human being walking, then I think it's time for that medication to stop being made. Uh, I never had an issue off Adderall. I think this psychologist is a very bad one. I didn't want to trust this a psychologist in the first place because usually they're not that smart of people. They're really not. They're, they, they don't study that good. They don't listen. They don't seem to persevere, or they don't veer off uh, into really helping you that much in your problems. It seems to me like, I mean, I'm depressed. I'm depressed even more. If I was just given Adderall, I think I would have been fine and happy. I wouldn't have ever had a problem. Now what do I do? Having problems with my body. having trouble with breathing. It's just pain everywhere, basically. And the constant ringing in my ear, it's a nightmare. It's hell. I mean, you suffer this when you go to sleep, when you wake up, when you go to eat, when you go to shower, when you're going somewhere, and that's part of the hearing loss that I've suffered too. Now, I noticed on another video that someone who didn't really, he had a bad experience with this. Someone had mentioned back pain, and I seem to be having back pain also. I just feel like this has really taken a toll on me, and it's hurt me to the point where I think it's caused damage. And this Wednesday, I'm gonna go see a doctor, and hopefully, I will get the help I truly need, because I think I was misdiagnosed, and I think it was on purpose. Because when I called back to complain about my severe symptoms, I was basically kind of ignored towards the end when explaining the symptoms, and she was very rude to me, not letting me talk at all. And I'll even tell everyone the first name of the psychologist is Yvonne, and she works in Maryland. And I think it's taken a toll on me that once she found out what what I am and what I do, she she didn't like me for it. And in fact, it took her 2 seconds to diagnose me. 2 seconds. It's like she didn't even think about what to give me. She just gave me something random, something that wasn't gonna really help me. I have ADHD. I called her for my ADHD medication. I have truly bad impulsiveness. My thinking is really bad. I have the symptoms that would make me worse taking bupropion, and that's a huge problem. So hopefully, my doctor will help me out with this, because I can't continue life like this. I'm truly miserable, and I feel like ultimately it made me worse. Even there's even purple underneath my eyes because I can't sleep at night. Anyways, I hope you enjoy my message that I would, was bringing towards this medication, and I hope you don't take it. And I hope it gets taken off the shelf, because nobody should have to take this. Nobody should take this. It's a dangerous medication. Thank you guys.